What's good? It's your girl, Twitch Jones, aka Killer Queen T, aka Blackout T, aka why are you out of breath? AKA why are you trying to be nosy? AKA why are you so late? AKA your kid ain't home. AKA why you being nosy? Okay, I'm judging you. I was gonna do Black Boy, but I'm gonna do that later today. That will be put up before 12 o'clock. This chapter might be its title. When Baehood Goes Bad, Chapter 3. Love is blind and can render you averse to making sensible decisions. Sometimes we get into relationships and lose all balance of grounding because those endorphins have us all googly-eyed. This is why I must judge us for baehood that goes bad. My friend was dating a dude who defied logic by being about 20 types of terrible. I was actually impressed by his inability to be a real functioning adult. It was like he was allergic to adulting. But I'm thankful for him because he is proof positive that I need to get my creative game up. Because I cannot make up a better story of when baehood goes bad. We're going to call my friend Tina. And we're going to call Bad Bae Carlos. Tina is a professional lady with a job that has benefits and perks and a good salary. She owns her own apartment and she enjoys long strokes in the sheets. Carlos was a dude with a bike. That's about it. As in, Carlos' bike was the most valuable possession he had, and it was the only mode of transportation. His employment was questionable. Tina didn't know what he did, and I suspect she was first asked. It would be nice to assume that he worked at the casino, since he spent so much time there. Carlos clearly had a bit of gambling problem, because only people who are paid to work at the casino... Ooh, yes. The casino should be there so damn much, especially when it's 15 miles from your house, and you have to ride a bike all the way there every day. Go home, Roger. Anyway, Tina was filled with Carlos' lust, and he was best when he was horizontal. Well, sometimes vertical, because he did that trick where he hit her up, and let me stop. How do I know all this? Because one night when she was frustrated about him, she spilled the beans. It was raining outside, and he was at the casino, unable to get home because his bicycle was a bicycle and not a damn car. He wanted her to come pick him up and had the nerve to get mad that she was not about that life. I was like, let me make sure I get this straight. Yo boo, who is a gambling addict, riding around town on a bike, got mad at you for not wanting to scoop his ass up because it's raining, and he got stuck at the casino? She huffed basically. And I realized I need friends with higher self-esteem and better decision-making skills because Jesus be some discriminate to pick them better. Also, was Uber unavailable on that rainy night? Did public transportation go on strike? How do you get stranded at a goddamn casino, jobless Jonah? Anyway, she didn't pick him up, and she didn't hear from him for another week. And he was not returning her calls. Was Bicycle Bob that mad that she didn't get him a ride? She was worried about him, so she decided to go check on him in his mom's house because that's where he lived. Let me repeat that. Tina went to Carlos' mama's house where he lived to find out why he was not returning her calls. When I tell you I was so done that I was burned to a crisp on the inside, I went from medium rare to a burnt so quick. Your 10-speed, riding gambling, addicted bull with a temper also lives with his mama. In that moment, I wonder why my friend didn't seem to have mentors and role models of sense. Because ain't no way this should be the chumps she's dealing with. No way. I also wondered why I had gone wrong with friends so foolish. But I needed to know what she encountered in mom's crib. What happened? Well, 10-speed Thomas' mom informed Tina that her son, the degenerate, was in jail. At least he wasn't just annoying her. Silver linings. Why was he locked up? He had violated his probation, which she did not even know he was on. And why was he on probation? For making counterfeit money, which she used at the casino to gamble. He was back in jail for doing it again, because clearly he is dumber than a box of toenail clipping. This is not a situation where you want to be legit to quit, Mike Billy. At this point, I wanted to write out the foolishness on a giant whiteboard for her. Gambling addict. On a bike. Lives with his mama. Expects you to pick him up when it rains. Goes MIA. Is actually in jail for trying to feed said gambling addiction. Clearly, he isn't even any good at the gambling thing, because if he was winning, he wouldn't have to print fake money. And he would not be riding around town on a 10-speed, 15 miles each way to go get his money flush and have it on. Carlos assailed only a felon partially. This was the man she was now basically mourning, and I said flabbergasted that she wasn't too embarrassed to tell anyone this. This is the kind of thing that you take to your grave and leave between you and your God, because you should be too ashamed. Nuh-uh. Got a good tick. Yeah, that good tick. That good. Tell her again. Head banging. Make you lose your senses. Wait. Drop it down in the comments though. The sheer quality of bad decisions here suppresses the number of snowflakes on Mount Everest. If I was with a nincompoop like Carlos, I denied so hard that I get whiplash from shaking my head and no so viciously. He was a total ajayi, idiot, according to Nigerians when we assault someone with fever. And the story was so entirely ridiculous that I wondered out loud, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I didn't have to say, Tina, why are you entertaining two-wheel Tyler? That pen was too bomb. Let me translate. I told y'all before she even said it. Carlos was middle dynasty. He was a prince. He was a pea prince. He was a stroke savant with a crooked crock. And my girl was a dick ties. A bomb da. I'm here all day, folks. This is a fact that cannot be denied or disproven by science. Leaning close, and receive this truth. We had every ain't good for nothing man. Our bedroom skills beyond measures. Oh my God, that is so fucking true. So motherfucking true. Did you say leave that man? Leave that man? Do you know what he did to me last night? I understand, girl. That's like the universe way of balancing itself out. It should have its own chapter in every holy book and scientific text because it is an actual factual. So many of our worst heartbreaks were probably caused by men who wouldn't know responsible if it slapped them in the face. Sure, we should have realized they weren't about shit when the only text we get were what you doing at midnight. But remember times we were in between them sheets and that one trick and how we needed a 4-hour nap afterwards because they had temporarily struck the spirit out of us and we needed to recharge? So I'm told by a friend, of course. I'm not saying I experienced any of this. Hey, Mom! As of all of this is a play when we deal with men like Cycling Clyde. Tina was caught up in a rapture of Carlos' sheet skills. I almost understood. Although I still wouldn't have told her so. I wouldn't told so either. I think what happens is that these guys spend so much time working on being fantastic at sex that they have no time left to nurture and develop other areas of their lives. When you have perfected the art of making people orgasm at will with beligaments, shortcuts, twists of the tongue, and angling of the body, then I get why you have no energy left for learning to read. I can see why you can't hold a job without taxes. It's not your fault. Gentlemen, you were so busy learning how to be of a sexual service that you missed the class on being a decent human being. But none of us minded after we handed you the panty draws and you proceeded to do the job so well that we wanted to tip you afterwards, but we fell asleep directly. Reminiscences about every Scorpio man I ever dated. I can't. Mom, skip this chapter. I heard about Island Peen Syndrome, too. It's an urban legend, but proven true by Lauryn Hill's life. The sleeping with West Indian or Island man will render you useless to functional life. Apparently, it is the kind of peanut near shout out to T. Titus Boris that will have you babysitting your enemy's kid willingly. Word on the street is that if you mess with the wrong or right, oh so right, sperm stick, you might find yourself washing dishes with a scarf on your head and no shoes on. Next thing you know, you sold all your possessions and moved to the communists where your sister number 8. After Johns are some entangleable emissaries. They tell us all laugh sometimes. Things like, exercise is fun and this guy is decent. Totally trust him. This magic pin carrier is also the kind of man who will give you a promise ring, an entirely meaningless concept that perplexes me to no end. And not only will you accept, but you'll show it to all your friends and be so giddy that you miss all their strong side eyes directed at you. And because he is perplexedly in between jobs, COVID never working, it's probably made of the finest and I ain't saying my ex. Diamonique stones and synthetic sterling gold. I don't understand them or their purpose. What are people promising when they exchange these rings? Is it one of those, I'm promising that one day I promise you on all things? Are they promising to one day get engaged? Because no one should be here for that promise in deception. Are they a promise to get married? Because then they're engagement rings. See what I mean? Pointless. If your insignificant other gives you a promise ring, feel free to accidentally lose it down the drain. It has about as much importance in symbolism as a heart drawn in the sand at a low tide. Who has time for these bald-headed, can't commit to real things games? Promise rings are for 8th graders, not adults. A charity promise ring? Maybe. A promise ring to stop smoking? I see it. A promise ring to one day promise you like an adult? No. The only folks who can get away with rocking promise ring should also have curfews. If you grown as hell and you're walking around rocking a promise ring, you need to go sit down and think about your life. I hate having a conversation with someone when they're wearing a ring on that ring finger, and it goes like this: you got engaged? When? Girl, nah, it's just a promise ring. Isn't my sweetie the best? Blink slowly. Chuckles nervously. Well, it was good seeing you, because that shit don't last, baby. It's a lie. You ain't even married yet. If you're not ready to propose, get someone a pendant or a bracelet or a trip to Fiji. Don't be dangling what could be a promise ring. And on the subject of stupid love decisions, someone who would accept a promise ring is also 98.2% more likely to get their partner's name tattooed on them after the 3rd date. It's science. Look it up. But don't, because I made it up. It's true, though. I'm going to look it up. Tattooing the name of a significant other on you needs to come after careful deliberation, knowing that person for a long time, taking a blood oath that forbids a breakup. It probably should not happen after the session where you found multiple toe twitches for the first time. Where you had multiple toe twitches for the first time. True. You are not in your right man, beloved. Not at all. You thinking it's love, and it's just a lot of lust. It's a lot of lust. Human beings are more short-sighted than bats in the daytime. Relationships start off hot and heavy, and that honeymoon phase has us thinking new love is perfect love. This is certainly not the time to go to a tattoo parlor to get your beloved names permanently affixated to your lower back, or your bicep, or your chest. Wait until you're woken up next to them in the morning and experience their dragon breath. See if you're still 100% after the first couple of times their good mornings curled your eyelids just before they curled your toes. See if you still like them after you're seeing their underwear in the middle of the floor, even though the laundry basket is right there. Do you still like them after you meet their mother, who seems unwilling to let go of her baby? Do you still like them after you had a major argument where you wanted to cuss them out and their ancestors? What about when they were sick and acting like they got polio even though it was just a cold? What about when they were down and out and lost the job? Are you still loving babe at that worst? If you hadn't gone through any of this yet, me thinks you should wait on that tattoos. I am a believer that you don't know somebody until you've seen them handle conflict or seen them at their worst. If you love them through that and you consider it for a while, then maybe you can go get their name installed on your body. What am I doing? What am I not doing is getting permanent work on my body for temporary situations, like many relationships tend to be. True. I'm not getting no one's name tattooed on me, not even my own. I'm not even sure I like me enough. That's true. Like, do I like me enough? Hold on, wait a minute. I can prove my love is real in other ways. I can add you to my Hulu account and give you access to my Amazon Prime so you know we have is legit. I might even share that last spoon of rice with you to let you really know that I'm here for you, boo. But tattoo your name on my body? No, sir. Part of me thinks people get tattoos of their partner's name to show that they're in it for the long run or on some ride or die type thing. The idea that folks need to stand by their boos in the face of any and all types of bad behavior and crap is nonsensical. It is something that gets many of us in situations that we feel guilty about bagging out of because we feel like we need to be abiding to that clock. Even if we suffer tremendously for it, like Tina and our boy Carlos. The moment Tina and her Carlos was in jail should have been the moment she bounced and considered that relationship, which really was a fuck buddy ship, done. She not done. Homeboy was going to be doing the time he avoided the first time. Now you're saying I'm bogus or a flake. You're right. I am not a ride or die. Those are some pretty limiting choices. So if I'm not riding, I gotta die? Can I get out and take the bus? Let's talk about an option. What about ride or pause? This if we need to. There are people whose partners have been sentenced to 20 years in jail and they're waiting for them. This is adorable and commendable. However, if you weren't with me shooting in the gym, or we weren't childhood sweethearts and BFFs, I don't have your big-headed kids, I am certainly not going to waste my best years as you sit in jail or engaged in hijinks. Our love story would need to be paused until further notice. I am not doing a countdown for your Freedom Day, sitting by the gates for years. That's not fair. Shoot, I might be the mother of your kids, and if me riding ain't in the best interest of our spawns, then I'll still getting off at the next stop and calling my friends to come pick me up. I'm a ride, or surely you understand why I'm done here. The way my loyalty is set up, you might get one get out of jail free card, because we go together really tough, and I love you. But what I will not be doing is enabling the function by always being there when you royally mess up. Sorry, not sorry. Don't be catching no case on my dime. I got my global entry status and TSA pre-check to protect. We are too grown for me to be constantly tied to your bad behavior. Who has time for that? Drop it down in the comments. Far too many people allow this ride or die thing to keep them in inspired relationships. If you constantly have to play, I'm a best man for your beloved, you are in a codependent prison of your own making. People will keep doing what they can get away with. When the relationship has soured, it should be like cutting off your mooching son's credit cards. Fly, little birdie. Get the hell out of my nest. To be ultra real, ride or die explanations usually fall on the shoulders of women who often don't get the same level of commitment from their men. Men do not get told repeatedly to stand by their woman, no matter how much drama they bring into their lives. They get the message that they always have more choices. Meanwhile, men everywhere are falling in love and kissing on babies. Okay, back to the story. Meanwhile, women are told to stand beside and behind our partners in spite of their foolishness. I can be loyal, but loyalty isn't blind. Commitment to co-sign on stupidity and bad decisions. Once my life starts being affected by your tomfoolery, I might have to moonwalk out. Some people have gone to jail for their boobs. Oh no, I won't do that. And I applaud them for their courage. That could not be me, not me. If it comes down to me or you, trust I'm picking me. I can't fight, and my hair products are out here. So as you see, it would be harder for me inside. Thanks for understanding. If we both mature and grown, neither of us will want to put our partner in a situation that will put our livelihood and happiness in jeopardy. If you're constantly acting a fool, it means you aren't considering me in your actions, because clearly you don't care how they could affect your loved ones. Hit them streets like he hit them. Call me simple, but I think baehood needs to come in less dramatic packages. My love motto is that my relationship should push me to a better person. My partner should encourage me, challenge me, seduce me, and build me. I aim to do the same. At any point in life, one person might be holding the other up. Because isn't that part of being a team? You might have an off day, but your teammate picks up the slack. That's fine. There are times you'll both have an off day. We calibrate and come back. Maybe the off day becomes an off week or off months. That's when you have to determine if you need to be on the same team at all. If, of course, during the off week, one of you goes and does something they weren't supposed to do, like Ross did to Rachel, and the breakup baby happens, then all bets are off. Can we talk about breakup babies? OMG. Breakup babies? I mean, okay, breakup babies are babies. I'm going to go out on a limb and say breakup babies are babies that happen when y'all are broke up. Man, listen here. I understand that we broke up, but if you fucking enough to get a bitch pregnant, then clearly you was not thinking about getting back with me, and good luck on raising a family. I've always knew that you could be an amazing dad. I gave it to you. Kudos. Could we still be friends? Yes. Will you ever see me naked after that? Probably not, you know. You ain't gonna rock a baby. You gotta be there. That first year is important to a child's livelihood. You just can't be out here in these streets. What's wrong with you? You having a rough time with your boo, so you go and have sex with someone else? Petty. Talk about true pettiness. But a break, baby, means you went and had sex with someone who is not your partner without taking proper safety precautions. You didn't use a condom? You was trying to make a baby. You know, What the hell is wrong with you? I get that you might be distraught, but come on, bro. Come on, sis. The least you can do is make sure you racked up. Not only are you being careless about yourself, you being careless with your partner's health. Break babies are beautiful because our babies are beautiful. Even when they're funny looking. Wow. So you must see some ugly babies. I ain't really, hold on. Even me, myself, I ain't really seen no ugly babies. But girls, you see some ugly babies. All the babies I seen, they be all cute. But then y'all know y'all like toys. You don't think nobody is ugly, low-key in real life. That's true. I think everybody is cute in their own special type of way. I know some of y'all in the back is like, so wait, tell me you think certain people's ugly. Stop. You be like straight. You be getting on my damn nerves. I understand. Let's talk more about it when I'm done with this chapter, okay? Even when they're funny looking. Especially in those first few weeks when most of them look like baked potatoes. Still beautiful human beings. However, in the words of Dorothy Sorbarzinks, the sorceress of shade, condoms, Rose, condoms. Being on temporary break doesn't mean you need to go dip your stick into anyone or have your love pocket dipped into with no protection. Vagina just isn't romantic. I prefer love pocket because it is truly a pocket that can be filled with love and should be treated as such. Break babies are extreme, but baehood can go bad in much simpler ways. I've never been the type of chick to check a significant other's phone or text messages. I ask where they're going. I don't care where you're going, and I trust that you won't show up and act out. We set certain boundaries and expectations in our relationship, and it is our prerogative to keep those in check. It is up to you to know what you can and cannot do. If you cannot tell me about it, then odds are you weren't supposed to do it and you feel guilty. That's it in itself is wrong. I did not attend any academics, so it is not my job to police you or try to catch you in any act. If I get to the point where I feel the need to do that, I'd just rather walk away because it means you lost my trust. And without that, we have nothing left. Our foundation, I was going to say, is the foundation is cracked. Our foundation is cracked, and I'm not living in a shaky house because a shaky house can murder you. Fall down on you. Do I look like the Wicked Witch of the East? The motherfucker. Wicked Witch of us? West says East. I don't even know what the fuck I want to say, but it's West. Do I look like the Wicked Witch? Do I look like the wicked witch of the West? I got it there. Do I look like the Wicked Witch of the West? The house follow me, my legs curl up, and my body just disappear, and I just go to the extract revenge. Do you think that'll happen? I wish it would, but no. I just rather walk away because it means you lost my trust. And without that, we have nothing left. Okay, our foundation is cracked, and I'm not living in a shaky house. Leave it to you. Leave if you can no longer be secure in what you're built. Fake forgiving and forgetting is pointless if you will always resent that person or hold it over their heads. What that means is, if you tell me you forgave me about some shit, I do not want to hear about it 2 days later. Oh, you remember? Shut up. Don't tell me about it because you forgave me about that. Don't be up in here talking about, oh, you remember that motherfucking time when you did this and you did that? No, I don't remember that shit. You remember when you said you accepted my apology? Now shut up and go to sleep. Damn, y'all like squeeze. That's why you probably single now. Shut up and watch this video. That's what you do. I know myself. It's really hard for me to get over betrayals or lack of trust. Jesus forgives. I pout. I pout too. If I was to ask the dude, like, you cheating on me? And he was like, nah, babe, I ain't cheating on you. But all the time I say, he probably cheating on me. Like, I ain't going through your phone because I ain't got time for that. And I ain't doing all that shit and you just sitting around pouting. You just out there cheating on me. I know you is. And then sooner or later, you're going to break up with me because you're going to get tired of me pouting. Like, damn, girl, you always sad. Why you always cheating? Damn. This is why it's better for me to end things, because I will feel some type of way about you for a while. I would rather get that out of my system by myself than force the relationship to continue. I do what's right for me, but of course, after the breakup happens, I'll be on the couch for weeks, eating all the rice and ice cream, watching movies about why love sucks, singing what's love got to do, why you walk out of my life. I'm just singing all sad songs. What's love but a second-hand emotion? Who needs a heart when a heart can't be broken? Tina, I was feeling you. I was feeling you. Because my heart broke it, girl. All up in them sad songs. All up in it. Free reading sad books like, girl, he broke your heart too. Ain't that some shit? They just leaving everybody, ain't they? Ain't this it? I thought they had a chance, but they didn't. It didn't work out. I might even call you once to tell you how much you suck, but I cope. You can do bad all by yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all like to quiz. We supposed to be getting bad boys today. I really don't want to. I went black boy today. But y'all gotta remember that black boy gonna give me at least 3 videos, y'all. So, because the chapter is gonna be so long. And the thing is, you know, with the chapter being so long and me not trying to already do the whole chapter, and not including the fact that I don't know if I really want to finish. But I'm gonna finish it. It's a good book. I'm just saying I don't know if I want to finish it with y'all. But I'm gonna finish it with y'all. That's before today, y'all will get a chapter 2. Skip the BS. Hold the camera. Skip the BS. Hold the camera. Let your mama, let the older folks know to Quiz Plus this little black girl right here gonna be on your TV for a while. Put me on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, hit that dislike button, leave a comment. It's all for the algorithm. You know what I'll be saying.